Hi, it's Wisdom from Nye, guys, back here with another video. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I'm still doing good on the consistency thing. I feel like I am. I was busy with finals. That was hell. And I went home for my winter break, and now I'm back to my other home from winter break, and I'm ready to start doing my videos again. I miss you guys. I just want to thank you guys, everyone who subscribed to me. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for commenting and replying back to me. Just thank you guys so much. Well, actually I do. I show a lot of appreciation. I do. I can say that about myself. I do. I say it every time, every video. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Just thank you for you. I thank God for you guys. I thank God for you guys. I really do, because for some reason, like, these type of videos, I'm not the only person who does these videos, obviously, but it's not that popular. You know, it's not as popular as other channels, but it will be. And that's why I will continue to do my videos. I will continue to give out the good word, the good message. I will continue to walk in my purpose, because that's what I'm doing. This channel is my purpose. A part of my purpose, this channel is me. And this channel is loving and inspiring and all of those great things. So let's get into this video. Today I want to talk about how we think. How we think is so important. I've said this many times before. What you think and meditate on becomes reality. What we think and meditate on becomes reality. Just keep saying that over and over and over again. If you don't get nothing else from this video, you should get that, because what we think and meditate on becomes reality. What we put our focus on becomes reality, becomes our truth. So what are you thinking about? What type of things are you thinking about? What type of music are you listening to? Like, meditation is nothing but what you focus on. It's nothing but focus. So are we focused on negative things and nasty things? Or are we focused on good things and positive things? Just think about it. Think about the last thing you thought about, or things that you've been thinking about for weeks or months. Just anything. And you will see a little reality of it in your daily life. In your daily life. Because what you think and meditate on becomes reality. I really want to focus on the scripture, Romans 12:2. Y'all, I didn't even have to write it down, because I've been making it my priority to memorize this scripture and to live by the scripture every day and every moment of my life. And I have failed, but I have gotten back up also. And the scripture says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Which means you can't think like everybody else think. We got to stop thinking small. We got to stop thinking so inside of the box and start thinking outside of the box. Because you know what? I'm getting excited. When God created us, he didn't think small. He didn't think average. He didn't think mediocre when he created us. The fact that he knew who we were before our parents knew who we were, that should tell you so much about God and his love for us. And for him creating us in his image. Like, there's nothing mediocre about you. Also, if you don't get nothing else from this video, there is nothing mediocre about you. There is nothing small about you. There is nothing weak about you. There is nothing average about you. And you probably thinking, well, I don't want to seem like I'm conceited. You don't have to, because it doesn't even have to go that far. Just to know who you are and just to know that you're more than average doesn't mean that you're better than everybody else. It doesn't mean that you're better than the next person, because just like God created you, he created the next person also, whether that person is your enemy or whatnot. He created all of us, and when he created us, he did not think small about us. And so now that we're here, God doesn't want us to think small either. God doesn't want us to be average. God doesn't want us to think small and be small and stay small. No, he wants us to go above average, because we are. And because he most definitely is more than average. He's most definitely more than average. I did write some notes down. I wrote a lot of notes down. So one of my notes say, God doesn't want us to think small. He wants us to think beyond the average mindset, because when he created us, he didn't think small. He thought more than enough about us. He knows we are chosen. He knows we are conquerors. He knows how smart and wise we are. God is just waiting for us to get to know ourselves better so that we can get to know him better. God never thinks mediocre about us. He wants us to think like him. That's why it's important for us to be better representatives of God. Being mediocre is not in God's vocabulary. He wants us to live a life of excellence and abundance. That's why it's important for us to get to know God and ourselves, so we can figure out what our purpose is here on this earth, so that we can live a life beyond mediocrity. Get mediocrity out of your vocabulary. That's weak thinking. When you're a child of God, there is nothing weak about you. That last part hit me. When you're a child of God, there is nothing weak about you. And to whoever watches these videos, or anyone who, if you don't believe in God, at the end of the day, he still created you, whether you want to believe that or not. And once you realize that you are a child of God, and that there's nothing weak about you, there's nothing average about you, there's nothing small about you, you will start to live a life of wholeness. You will start to live a life of peace. You will start to live a life of strength. You will start to live a life of being humbled, a life of being loving. All of those great things that comes with the mindset of knowing that you are not mediocre, that you are more than a conqueror. And I had also wrote down, I don't think I read it, but I also wrote down that we are more than what we've been through. We are more than what we've been through. Just because what you went through was average, or what you went through was small, compared to who our God is, doesn't mean that you are what you went through. We are more than that, because we are more than conquerors, because we are a child of God. I just really want you guys to get that, and I really want you guys to study hard and not just memorize Romans 12:2 in the Bible, but start living by it for real. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And your mind will begin to renew. And your mind will begin to change for the good. Your whole life will begin to change. Your whole lifestyle, what you do, what you think about, what you eat, how you're sleeping, like it will change all of that. And like I've said plenty of times before, I will never get on here and say anything that I haven't already experienced or went through. And again, this is not just me talking to y'all. This is God speaking to me through you. So this video is not even about me. It's about what God has spoken to me so that I can speak to you. It's a better way of I won't necessarily say talk to God, but to hear him. Now, it's up to everybody else who watches this video to go better your relationship with God and go study that scripture. You know, it's not anything that I am making you do, but this is what God is doing in my life, and I'm just happy to share it with all of you guys. I really am. I just really want you guys not to let anyone make you think you are average. Don't let anyone get to you. Don't let anyone stop you from walking in your purpose. Don't let anyone make you think that you are weak, but that you are a child of God, and that you are strong, and that you are more than a conqueror, and that you are more than average, because you are. You are. You are more than those negative things. Way more than those negative things. Let the good outweigh the bad in life. Although there is a balance, because of our trials and tribulations, that's what makes us stronger. But you got to know that too, because some people go through trials and tribulations. There's like, oh man, here's another trial, here's another tribulation, here's another downside in life. Instead of looking at the bigger picture, like, okay, how can I grow from this? Because you thinking all the negative things, that's a weak mindset. And we are better than that. We are more than that. But once you start thinking more positive and not like the world thinks, your life will begin to change. You will begin to heal. You will begin to grow. You will begin to glow. You will just begin to become more whole. And become more than average. And become more than mediocre. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to get that out to you guys. I really did. It's actually been on my heart for a couple weeks, but you know, I told y'all how everything was going with finals and my winter break. I'm still on winter break, but I love you guys. Like, I don't even know what else to say. I just love you guys. I really want you guys to take heed to what I'm saying. I really want you guys to just be more gentle with yourselves. Also, be more loving to yourself. You know, if you do come across and you're thinking something negative or you're beating up on yourself, just quickly change it. Just quickly change it, and just start to ask God for guidance. If you don't know, he knows. You know, that won't be his first rodeo. And so I really want you guys to connect more with God. If anything else from these videos, I want y'all to know that he's real. He's most definitely real. He's loving, supportive. He will get down on you though. He will like give you like so many reality checks and spiritual checks. Like, you're gonna be like, God, was that you? Yes. Like, did you just say that to me? Yes, I did. Like, it's so real. A relationship with God is so real, and it's up to you and it's up to us to whether we want to invest in our relationship with God. You know what? I'm gonna just stop, because you know what I just said and what I just thought about, that's a whole different topic. So you know what? I'm gonna save that for later. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to follow Wisdom from Nye on Twitter and on Facebook, y'all. Okay, I love you guys. You guys have a great rest of your week.